Hello, my loved ones, and welcome back to the Soulmate Journey Empath. This reading is going to be healing messages for the Divine Feminine. So, the Divine Feminine is an energetic vibration that doesn't exclude any sex or gender from identifying with Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine is represented by empathy, creativity, sensuality, the attributes of our second or sacral chakra. So if you have some sacral chakra work to do, if you are working on integrating and balancing your own divine feminine and divine masculine energy and want messages for the divine feminine, this reading is for you. If you identify as a divine feminine on a soulmate or twin flame journey, these messages are also for you. So because these are collective messages, please take what resonates with you and leave the rest, as there's probably somebody else out there that can use the rest of that message. So I hope that you're all doing well, and let's just go ahead and get right in here. I'm going to be using 5 different decks today. I felt very called to get into the Oracle of the Hidden World, so we'll get messages from that first, followed by messages from the Secret Language of Light Oracle, the Sacred Traveler, Work Your Light, and the Mystic Moon Twin Flame Oracle. So let's go ahead and get these messages started. What I'm getting for a lot of divine feminine energy right now is there's been a lot of soul growth, a lot of karmic lessons that have been processed and released. So whether you identify as having this divine feminine polarity or are working on integrating and balancing your personal and individual divine feminine energy, the group that I'm picking up right now has gone through a lot of karmic mastery. Karmic mastery. All right, let's see what is next with this Oracle of the Hidden Worlds. What is a message? What is next? What is hidden but coming in for divine feminine energy? And we did have a flipper here. Oh, beautiful. We have number 43, the Water Spirit. The Water Spirit. And 4 and 3 add to 7. 7 is a number of perseverance. So again, I was getting that intuitive hit that collectively there's been a lot of karmic mastery, of resolving old karmic patterns, whether they have been accumulations from this lifetime, this incarnation, this experience, or have been carried over in the form of past life karmic patterns. But through this perseverance with the water spirit, emotions, memory, life force. So I'm getting that for overall divine feminine energy, that there's been a great sense of alignment that many of you have come into lately. When we think of emotions, what I'm instantly getting is that this is an energy of not letting our emotions dominate us, not letting our emotions get out of control, but sitting comfortably in them. And as I'm thinking of karmic mastery, my guides are saying this is King of Cups energy. The Queen of Cups may wear her heart on her sleeve at times. So there's an element of integrating a little bit of your own divine masculine energy here, divine feminines. And I just love all of this beautiful purple crown chakra energy. So that's a beautiful message. Let's see, from the secret language of light. What activation is next? What activation is next for our divine feminines? What activation is next? Oh, beautiful. And we have healing. This is number 5. And it's kind of hard to see all of the image there. Sorry about the lighting. But a very, very beautiful image we have here on this card. Holding it back makes it a little bit easier. Healing. Healing from some of these emotional wounds. Old karmic things that have been painful. And with 7 being this number of perseverance, it doesn't mean that we don't need to take much needed time, especially with this coming out as a number 5. 5s are a number of challenge, of change. And so healing is being put through right now for you as an activation. This is the light code that you are supposed to be receiving at this time, divine feminines. And the reason for that is, you've been through this very heavy karmic period. You need to recharge your batteries because change is coming in here with the energy of the number 5, all right? And let's look into the Sacred Traveler. Sacred Traveler, 2 more shuffles, 1 and 2. I'm hearing right now that if you do not take this opportunity for some grounding, for some healing work, divine feminines, that it is going to cause delays in the timeline on the path that you are currently on. So very, very significant message here to make sure you're taking that time to balance and heal. All right. What messages do we have for divine feminines? What is an oracle message for what is coming in? Oh, and we had a flyer. Wow, we have discovering the truth. You stand in the light of truth. And, I can't help but go back to this water spirit card, especially where it says life force, okay? So what I'm getting for this is feminines really coming into an aligned period of your spiritual journey at this particular moment. Being aligned with your soul and knowing truth after having resolved a lot of heavy emotional issues. We're really learning a lot, right? Learning a lot about ourselves, learning a lot about the realities that we construct, and learning a lot about how we are in relationships through the mirroring of others in the connections in our lives. Very, very interesting energy here, feminine. So let's get into the Work Your Light Oracle. And we'll get a couple cards from this deck. and just see what is something influencing. What is something that the feminines need to be made aware of, or that may be an obstacle? What do feminines need to be made aware of that could be an obstacle for their forward movement at this time? One more shuffle. Obstacles are things that divine feminines need to be made aware of. All right. Oh, this is so beautiful. So I'll grab a couple more messages, but the first two messages popped out. And just before these messages came out, I was sitting here thinking, you know, I love with this Work Your Light Oracle, these beautiful roses and how they're blossoming, how they're unfolding. And I'm thinking of divine feminines really becoming this ever unfolding rose. And that card comes out, the ever unfolding rose. Cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. So yeah, this is coming out of a very, very heavy cycle. Probably a lot of disruptive energy. What I'm getting is not just like an isolated solitary tower moment. I'm getting like a series of tower moments happening back to back to back to back, and really testing your emotional responses and emotional resolve in these situations. Are you going to react to them in the same way that you've reacted to situations in the past? And that's no, because you've been doing this healing and you have this emotional mastery, this perseverance. But these experiences, this divine intervention has really cracked you open, but it's to allow you to bloom, to allow you to blossom, to allow you to evolve your consciousness and evolve emotionally, to really come into that Venusian divine feminine power. So that's a beautiful message. And then under healing, we have get grounded. And how did I know that was going to come out? It's just how it works. Empaths, highly sensitive, connect with nature. So that's coming out right underneath this healing message, to get grounded. And a great way to do that is to spend some time outside. And with a lot of the social distancing that we're having to participate in at this time because of the coronavirus, we don't want to be cooped up inside without opportunities for natural sunlight, to feel the fresh air. And this is absolutely beautiful. This image may be difficult to see, but she's practicing mindfulness. She's meditating here in the woods. And that's really connecting her. It's really grounding her in and helping her to be present. And so, you know, part of every healing journey, of every phase of healing that we participate in, has to involve good grounding strategies so that we are present for that healing and able to make the very most of it. And let's get one more message for my divine feminines, please. We'll take that bottom one. Thank you. Oh my gosh. And as I'm putting it away, I'm looking at the bottom. Align your life. Align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? But I get that this is a past energy for you, that you're really coming into this alignment. And that is why, you know, you are working with that water spirit right now. Is, you know, the reflective part of your journey, where you are, you've confronted some things, and come to some realizations and some epiphanies. And now is time to ground that knowledge into your day-to-day life, to bring those light codes in, to ground them in, and create a new pattern, a new cycle, if you will, in your life with individual choices on a day-to-day basis. And again, this happens when we're able to ground these things in. And also, we think of a rose as a plant. It's connected to the ground, and it's essential in order for these beautiful blossoms to come out of the rose, for the rose to be firmly grounded so that it can grow up and out and produce these beautiful blooms. So underneath discovering truth, you stand in the light of truth. Through this process, something has been made very, very clear to you. And Divine Feminines, that is that there are relationships in your life. There are situations in your life where you may have in the past not had adequate and appropriate energetic boundaries. There may be codependent cycles that you're leaving behind, but this message is boundaries. Where do I need to establish better boundaries? What are ways in which, now that, I'm awakened in the light of truth, what is a truth that I need to address at this time? Are there situations where I give in and I agree to things that I'm not okay with, or I tolerate things from people because I have? This could be family relationships. This could be friendships. This could be divine masculine energy. This really could be anything. But where are places where you need to have firmer boundaries to protect your energy, to protect your emotional body as well, with that water spirit coming out? So the next thing I'd like to do is get messages to divine feminine energy from divine masculine energy. Now, if you are working to balance both your divine masculine and divine feminine, these messages could resonate for you. If you identify as a divine feminine or are cross-watching for a divine feminine in a soulmate or twin flame connection, these messages are going to apply to the person you're inquiring about. All right, let's get one more here. That was a crappy job. One more for good measure. Okay, that feels good. That feels good. So, what messages does the divine masculine have for the divine feminine at this time? What messages does the divine masculine have for the divine feminine at this time? Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. And whether you are working on your own divine masculine and divine feminine energies, or are trying to figure out what's going on in a soul connection, the message to the divine feminine from the divine masculine is you're worth it. Self-worth. And that ties in very closely to this boundaries card. You are worth having boundaries, establishing healthy boundaries. That is a very grounded, very persevering King of Cups type of energy, is to know when and where to emotionally invest, to make wise choices when it comes to where we're investing. And with this ever unfolding rose, the water spirit, the healing, and the boundaries, divine masculine, whether this is a soul connection counterpart or this aspect of yourself, divine masculine is letting divine feminine know you are worth it. You are worth it. Now that you have discovered the truth of your divinity, it's time for you to treat yourself and expect others to treat you as a divine being. So this is absolutely beautiful. Let's get one more light language oracle message about where is divine masculine energy. Where is the divine masculine energy right now? And there it is. Oh my gosh. So for those of you that are in a spiritual connection, we talk about mirroring. You had 43, the water spirit here, right? Masculine has number 43, which is perseverance, but this is the energy of enlightenment. This is the energy of enlightenment, which is really interesting because feminine is coming out of an energy of being enlightened, of discovering truths. Okay, so this is really, really beautiful energy because this is energetically this is like the rubber band effect, where if one of these polarities is engaged in certain work, is vibrating at a certain frequency energetically, it's going to pull its counterpart to where it's at. And so for those of you in a spiritual connection, if divine feminines have been a little bit ahead of their awakening process, divine masculines are catching up because that process is now done. It's time for feminines to integrate these new aspects that they have been awakened to into their material reality through grounding. And masculines are getting this enlightenment. So let's get another Mystic Moon Twin Flame Oracle message here. Yes, okay, definitely. So this is happening with divine masculine energy in the 3D, in our day-to-day, in our tangible reality. So this is absolutely beautiful. For those of you that are dealing with another person with a soul connection, with this get grounded and the material world, this is another mirroring energy happening. So absolutely beautiful here. And we'll get one final message from the Sacred Traveler. Oh my gosh. I didn't even get to put the intention out there, and here's the message, and it's just so perfect. Divine Feminine, you're answering the call. The time is now. The time is now. The time is now for this awakening, for this karmic mastery, for this emotional mastery, for healing and balancing and aligning and applying these new things that you're going to be integrating into your reality, grounding these light codes. And part of this is going to look like someone with clearer, firmer boundaries, because they have come to an understanding that they are worth it. So this is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. A lot of positive healing messages here. And what I see for Divine Feminine overall is just very much stepping into divinity. So I hope that those messages resonated with you. If they did, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. If you would like to schedule a personal reading, that information as well as my Instagram and email are in the description box below. So as always, I'm sending you so much love and light. Bye-bye.